My name is Shibuji Nathan. So basically, I'm from Kerala and I settled in Pune for last 30 years. Basically, my base of art is all about my science of symbols, uh, and somewhere I connect with them. So my journey was something to do with intercivilization. In my childhood days, I used to do art, but I mean, I'm coming from those days where parents used to say, कि अगर तुम आर्टिस्ट बनोगे तो भिखारी बनोगे. So that was very strongly with their minds, and definitely it came from society. So somewhere they fed me with that thought कि यार artist नहीं बनना. Sketching basically has to do like portrait and those kind of things. Okay, but it was on the minimal. And whenever I used to have fight with my parents, मैं पूरे part, I used to tear it off. So I had very disconnected journey with my art in my childhood. When I got married, wife found a old art piece and she, who did it? Like say, no, done by Shibu only. क्या बात है? Like she was surprised. And she like searched entire home. She found all those works, छोटे छोटे इधर उधर पड़े. मैंने पूरे फेंक दिए थे फाड़ के. There was hardly anything left. She brought back all those work together and एक folder में डाला उसने. And she brought it to me. And that was one of the most emotional moment I can say a beginning, I say. And she told me, you have to resume your art. Trust me, she's the beginner. I can say the true beginner. And the full credit goes to my wife Sandhya. So I did my masters in all computers. Even I got into job in computers. I mean, those days, initial days, I remember there was nothing happening in the art. Okay, till my wife started pushing me into that. I remember one of the travel to Khas Patar, where I first attempted doodling. I started doodling, designs basically, flower designs basically, and I found a design pastel. It's just like even for in Maharashtra we use that mango design basically. I connected very strongly with the design, the pastel design, and that design became the center of my doodling basically. And my doodle journey started. When I started doodling, one thing I felt was somewhere the stress of my job is getting diluted. Somewhere it is taking off the stress which used to carry, because earlier there was no place to take it out. Only way to take it out was travel out, go traveling, all those things. I used to do photography. So the doodling became so strongly connected to me. Trust me, even when I used to have fight with my bosses, I take out my anger on through my doodling base. I used to do very deeper. I go much deeper with that. So that I think doodling really helped me to go deeper with me. That is what my journey inside basically. To tell you, so I also have bipolar. Okay, so I have like the hyper bipolar. So I was in Paris, so I faced these situations. My energy got very high. Like somewhere I didn't find how to take it out. So I met one of my friend, doctor. He's a doctor actually. So I told him about this. At that time I didn't know that I have a bipolar. I told him that I find this kind of very high energy, where I try to do too many things at a time. Maybe I getting hyper and all this thing, but I am not able to control that energy somewhere. And then he spoke to me almost like 2 hours, and he told maybe you are going through this bipolar manic phases, not in a very higher side, but somewhere in that. And while speaking, he saw my some works, old works and something. He told me, why didn't you spend more time with that? I used to do, one page or something. He said, try to take doodling as a meditation, because as medicine will not work, or the only meditation will work. Then I started doing the doodling. That used to take months and months. Like some of my work became so extensive, deeper and extensive on a bigger space, like bigger scale, like A3 and all this thing. And I found a identity there. I found a recognition. I started participating in exhibition. People were amazed like, how you can do that. But I know like it took me 2 months or 3 months. But that 1 2 months, what it did was the high energy. I able to translate that high energy into my doodling. It went much deeper. I truly, you can say, even today, to my core, I'm still a doodleist only. Still, I'm a person who love to travel inside, not outside. So even today, if I'm doing my painting, I go with that doodle energy. Biggest thing I achieved with that doodling was the patience. You know, others very impatient. I cannot sit for 1 hour or more than 1 hour. But that doodling brought me to have patience. You have to sit for days and days and do the thing. I think that really helped me. Another thing happened with me in this journey was building up. So doodling was like instant. I have a story. I start like I did a Buddha doodling. So as soon as I said fine, I had to start my doodling. I start from the day one, and it goes for 1 month, and then I go into deeper with the studies of Buddha. Then 1 month I'm in Buddha. I'm with the Buddha. But with the abstract art happen, like I spent time reading, I spent time traveling, I spent time in building up that energy. My one work, which is based on Bhagavad Gita, where it just happened that I traveled to Mumbai. So there was a show was going on Lord Krishna, his life. So I got this book, Bhagavad Gita. I mean, I have a lot of this Bhagavad Gita book at my home, but I never attempted to read those shlokas and go through that. But I don't know what happened that particular day. I came back and I went through straight away chapter number 18. I started reading the shloka 1 and 2. I started making notes, and that entire thing went for a energy where I became Arjun, and like where Krishna is came to me and is giving those lessons to me. Somewhere that story started coming in. Somewhere I know like somewhere the painting going to start, and uh, during this after a couple of days my painting started on Bhagavad Gita, and trust me I could see that Anandita. I don't know what happened, what happens to me, but my recent works are more of like silence, or you have to go through that energy. Somewhere I had to build up that energy to bring, and my painting goes through. So every painting I need some sort of energies, and another energy I'm very strongly connected is through my wife again. Going back to, she's a very big Shiv Bhakt. Okay, and she's taking that fasting every Monday for what I seen for last 25 years. Somewhere she evoked or provoked my inner Shiva, but actually she activated my feminine energy. She activated my the inner energy Parvati. So when Ma Parvati, that feminine energy came in, that I felt as if like I did a small sketch where I tried to becoming a Parvati. I manifested to meet Shiva. I mean, it's not like uh, I want to uh, go and meet Shiva, but something Parvati want to go and meet Shiva. Okay, that Parvati took me to Chennai, and there actually I could meet Shiva, and I remember like maybe that is a point like a girl trying to meet his would be for the first time, and how that girls get ready, and I did a sketch. I remember in the temple there was a dancer, there's a sculpting dancer. I did a sketch. Trust me that 2 hours sketching, actually I was dancing as a Parvati to Shiva. That energy I felt there is a divine connection or conversation happening, and that is the first time the spiritualism started pouring in me. Okay, and that is the moment I said, fine, I need to find Shiva. Okay, I got like able to connect with Shiva, but I need to find Shiva, and that is why my Jyotirlinga started. I traveled to 6 Jyotirlinga, and Kedarnath is something I know very special because I went on foot. I started in the morning 4 a.m. and it went till night, but I went on foot, and I reached there, and I met my Shiva. And in between, I also traveled to Ujjain, where I could see my end. I mean, that's an amazing thought. So it's something like I felt in Ujjain like as if you're turned into ashes. I mean, you're not existing. Your existence is gone, and is you're just left with the energy. You can the soul, traveling with you. And somewhere I felt the Jyotirlinga, the Kedarnath travel to Jyotirlinga was like as if I went to, the ashes. I want to spread that ashes to the Himalayas. Um, so this, I can say it went for like 5 to 6 months. The only art was happening was sketching, nothing else. And when I came back, uh, and this is where in August I wanted to resume my art. Somewhere my recent journey started in 2025 uh, with not doing painting basically. So I was a bit concerned, like somewhere I lost that connection with my painting, and I wanted that to be resumed. And the only person who could start this I know is Lord Ganesha, who is the remover of obstacles. And around August 2025, like the Ganesh festival was going through, and I had deeply prayed to Ganesha to resume my art. And the reason behind to start the art was uh, so basically I was disconnected with myself. Somewhere I felt I disconnected with myself, and I know how to start. The only way to start was through my earth material, which is wood. So I started carving Ganesha on wood. That was the beginning. It took me 1 month to carve that Ganesha. And once the Ganesha, I carved on the Ganesh on the wood. My journey, I could see there's a light coming in. Okay, and that is where my first the recent art started with Ganesha. I took that print, and I went on, uh, taking further. I started participating in competitions. So I want to kickstart that journey with my art. And while doing this carving on wood, and having spending time with Lord Ganesha, somewhere I found a journey with Ashtavinayaka. So I came to know about there are 8 Ganesha in Maharashtra. I thought, let me start those journey because one thing I've always believed in my art is I need those roots where I can start. I need those energies for my art. So I went to Ashtavinayaka, and I saw that color, orange color. Somewhere I got connected with that color, and that when I came back, that the color stayed so strongly with me. Um I started with the abstract side of Ganesha. Trust me, that moment I was not there. It was as if Ganesha came to my canvas, and that the interaction started. It was not me. Somewhere I felt it was not me because orange was never my color. But that strong color, to use that strong color, you need very strong energy. But that time I felt that energy. I went on doing that painting. It is on the oil, on canvas basically, and took him 1 month time. That 1 month, it was like a daily conversation happening with Lord Ganesha, and there was a pause moments. There was a process. I, I could spend time. with Ganesha. Slowly, that the abstractism came in, and the lost, you can say, the lost journey. I tried to go back. With this finding of Lord Shiva, and with that my inner feminine energy, Ma Parvati, I able to feel the purity, and it's not like I'm 24 by 7 pure. I only pure like when there's a calling. I go to temple only when there's a calling. It's not like I'm 24 by 7 spiritual or into divine. So whenever there's a calling, I do that. So this one calling happened when my wife wanted to have her painting done Radha Krishna, and I did that, and that was the beginning of a beautiful word called unconditional love. And I think that unconditional love I started not. I'm not only having with my wife. I think I started with my paintings too. I think that is somewhere my journey continues. So, and many times I seen it's not me talking to the painting. Many times painting talking to me. Uh, so that is the amazing journey so far. When I was doing doodling, it was very minute designs. In a page, I used to put like maybe 1,000, 2,000 designs or signs or symbols. Now on the bigger scale, like bigger canvas, those symbols has reduced. It may be like few, 10 to 15, and one day I think that will also go. My guru Zen Vartan Swamiji. And somewhere I wanted to move out from my doodling uh, to some abstractism, or I want to get off my comfort zone. I met Zen Vartan Swami, and I told him, want to have this, and he told, just choose your title. I don't know what, I just typed signs or symbols, and the first thing came was Indus. Without giving a second thought, I said, this is my subject. And he told, fine, you do this, you take this thing and take it forward. But I didn't know how to take it forward. So he helped me from, the first art I remember for Indus, I did a doodling only. He came and he just rolled the color over it. I said, sir, what happened? आपने तो मेरा पूरा पेंटिंग ही गायब कर दिया. Then he said, do one thing. Just do some touch up. You do some suggestive. Let it stays as a suggestive. Let the viewer see that not as an this, they let them explore that. Somewhere I started learning those language of abstractism, but I still told uh, Jen sir that I cannot leave my core. The layering will continue and the stories will continue, because I cannot have something very abstract just coming and put a canvas abstract. I need those stories. I need those like connections and all those things. And with Jen Vartan Swami, the second thing happened was amazing. That was the woodwork basically. I used to do this wood burning. I love the smell of the wood, and the burning of the smell. And the color it comes out in burns, the black too, the carbon black. I got so much connected. I started doing the wood carving basically. I created a couple of woodwork on this wood, and one day Jensen told me, this one big sculptor is coming. Like he's visiting. So I said, okay, fine. You keep your work ready, woodwork ready. So I said, fine. So, but I didn't know who. I somehow managed to complete that work, and in the evening he came, and I shown the work to him. His name is Bhagwan Rampuri, like a sculptor. I was going through who is Bhagwan Rampuri. Okay, okay, he's such a renowned sculptor. As soon as he saw that wood sculpture, he told me, "Arey, itne दिन तो कहाँ थे तुम? You are not be seen in that in the art world." Somewhere I felt, there is something in me, which is waiting to come out. In his voice, something he opened up those doors, where I can say the connection to my earth. Okay, he brought it up. And definitely my journey started. I went on visiting all, the Indus civilization, all the sites like Dolavira, Lothal. Trust me, this particular energy brought me back to my, the purity, you can say, the authenticity. For my art, I traveled to all these Indus locations. So, uh, and I went, I sat there, I did sketching, and I started conversations now. This is my first conversation actually started. You can say with the ancient India. And so the beauty of Indus, why I love this Indus civilization is they have this script. It's yet to nobody able to decrypt that. It still is unknown to them. It's unknown to. So I thought like, fine, it's unknown to world. So it's unknown to me, but I love those sign symbols. Very very nice. And that inspired me to create my own science of symbols. That is why I named abstract science of symbols. And anyway, this is abstract to people. This is also going to be abstract. And this another person who connected me very strongly is Gayatri. Okay, I'm following him almost like 15 years. But I never thought of uh, do the work what Gayatri sir does. And because again, my as I mentioned, my art has to be have some energies. So it happens to be in Goa where I spent 3 months for I went for some of my studies, and this 3 months I haven't done anything, no art. Okay, I just went. I used to sit near the ocean. I just watched the sunset. Uh, Basically, sunset only possible in the oceans, the high tide, low tides. Somewhere I started feeling the connection to the universe. Okay, now that the shift has changed from ancient India to the universe. Okay, and evening, I used to take a beer and sit near to the ocean, just watch the sky, the sky meeting the ocean is merging, and somewhere I could see, I'm getting lost in that. This 3 month of journey brought me a very deep and you can say uh, a journey to infinity basically. I could feel those infiniteness in the universe. I could connect with that, universe basically. Um, so I think I need a break.